Hey, it's Joe Crump doing a series on outrageous claims I make about real estate investing and about the stuff that I teach. This outrageous claim today is how to buy with zero down payment today. I've got a whole hierarchy of zero down structures that I talk about frequently, subject to, multi-mortgage, land contract, lease option, assignable cash deals, five of them that encompass just about every type of zero down structure. Now, the goal here is that they're all seller financing. You're not dealing with the banks ever, even though there may be existing bank financing on those properties. Most of the time there is. We don't have to deal with the banks in order to make these deals happen because we don't need their approval to make that happen. And there are some things that people are looking out for, like doing sale clauses, those types of things that make people nervous, but those aren't really problems. I talk about why they're not problems in other zero down structure audios. I don't have time to talk about it today, but you don't have to do that, and you don't have to come up with money for the down payment. Every seller you talk to may say, well, can you give me some down payment? Or I'll do this, but I want $10,000 down, or I want $20,000 down. Well, we say no. We don't do those. But here's what we can do. And we can still solve the problem for them. So what we have to do is look at their options, help them see what their options are. Should they work with a realtor? Should they sell it dramatically under market value? Should they go into foreclosure on this property if they have too much debt on it? Should they sell it on a lease option? Should they sell it subject to? What makes the most sense for them? And the more tools you have in your toolbox, the more options they'll have. When you understand the entire structure, zero down hierarchy structure, you'll be able to have more tools for them. If all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. You can only solve the problem one way. But if you've got a wrench, you've got a screwdriver, you got other pliers, you got other things that you can work with, you can find different solutions for them that might be more optimal for them. And you can make that offer and then let them decide which one makes the most sense, as long as it makes sense for you, as long as it's profitable for you. You never take a deal that's not profitable for you. But you can solve their problem, and you can give them the options that they have solving their problem. And most of the time, the options that we're giving them make more sense than doing it the way it's done conventionally, using a real estate agent or trying for sell by owner. For sell by owner, 85 to 95% of for sell by owners don't succeed. The people that have all their properties on Craigslist, most of them don't succeed. Most of them either take the property off the market entirely, or they list it with a real estate agent. And so that's why real estate agents also go after for sale by owners. But for sale by owners don't really want to talk to real estate agents. They want to talk to a buyer. So we approach them as a buyer. Would you consider selling your home rent to buy? And if they would, then we can explore their other options. We can look at all the zero down structures with them and help them through that process. So that's how you do it with zero down. It's not rocket science. It's just a piece of paper that you're transferring it, and you're taking control of that property. And preferably, if you're going to keep it long term, you're going to get the deed. If you're going to keep it short term, all you're doing is a piece of paper that gives you control of it for that moment that you need it, so that you can assign your right to buy to the next person who's going to take ultimate control of that property. All right, hope that helps.